Okay, so I know last time I kind of didn't really explain my views. I kind of just said no, good, bad, little notes on the side of just agony. So I'm going to be explaining for every vehicle that I disagree with and every vehicle that I agree with because it's really not helping me to not explain my views. So the EBR 1951 going up to 5.0 from 4.7. It really should be 4.3 for one reason. The stock grind is not good. The engine power is not the best. It's just like every other EBR, but it's not just like every other EBR, right? Because you have to grind it, and the grind is pain. Um, and France doesn't really have anything at 5.0. They've got a premium and no planes that are at the specific BR of 5.0, except for some twin prop or turbo prop. So for that was 1 minute. For the PT going down, that's fine. It doesn't have any stabilizer, which I think a lot of people can understand. Solaire going up, I honestly think that's fine because it's just really strong. The SJR VM 41SI going up to 2.7, I think that's the one without the stabilizer, which is stupid. Shouldn't go up. The short stabilizer, that is. AB43 going up to 2.7 is not a good change because it should be 2.0 because it is weak armor. Its engine is weak. It has no short stabilizer. It's got the 47 mil, which isn't great. It's kind of slow. It's not that good. LVT 440 going up. It's been bullied enough. It's not good at 4.3.7. I'd rather play a Sherman. I'd rather play. What else is getting moved up? The BT7, which shouldn't be at 3.7. I don't understand. So here's the thing: the BT7 is T34 1940, just really fast. So why is it with less armor? So why is it being moved up to the same BR as the T34 1942 and 41 and the 1943 in the Chinese tech tree? It doesn't make any sense. I don't think it should be that high. I think they should just left it alone or left it at 3.0 where it was. 440 shouldn't go up to 3.7 because while it does have that fast firing 40 mil and a lot of crew, it's very susceptible to overpressure, very susceptible to ammo racks if you know where to shoot, and it has those 250 cals. But then again, susceptible to ammo racks, overpressure, crew is very exposed. It's more like a very high up BR SPAA now, and it's just not very good for what it was meant to do, which is be a light tank and go tank killing. AMD one going up to 8.7 is fine. has the full frontal protection for four shots of ATGMs, which is very good. Actually, 8 shots, right? Yeah, 8 shots. So it's very strong. I know I was looking at one with an UDAS, and I knew I couldn't kill it as soon as I knew what it was because I hadn't fired it. So I had to wait until he looked away from me and turned aside, and then I took him out. BMP2, I'm going up 9.3. I think that's fine. Got the proxy missiles. Got the, I don't really like it because I kind of enjoyed the BMP2M where it was, but I can't argue with 1,200 50 pen missiles and 4 shots of them, and then proxy missiles, and the APFSDS belt it gets right there, which is 102 millimeters of pen. I can't disagree with that. Now the Baglite Panzer growing up, I don't agree with. I don't really have an explanation for this, and a lot of people disagree with me. Especially, I don't know. It's just my opinion on it. I think it's fine where it is because I don't do inherently well with it for some reason. And people are like, oh, you're bad. It's just my experience with it. I didn't do good with the Baglite Panzer when it was 8.7 and had no stabilizer, but that was because it had no stabilizer at 8.7. I don't know. I've seen a lot of people do good with it. Oddballs put out a video, oh, it's broken. Okay, very cool. It's just, I don't think it should be moved up from my personal experience. Puma being moved up, same thing. You're just my personal experience. I know people can drop a nuke with the fucking thing, and all that cool shit, but I don't care. I have a shit computer, and if I can't do well with the vehicle while putting in lots of effort, shouldn't be moved up. T69 2G moving down. I don't agree with that. Here's the thing. It's basically the same as every other 9.7, but now it's better than every 8.3. If you catch what I'm saying. Now it doesn't have thermals, doesn't have any of this, but it has an APFSDS that does 351. It has a HEVT shell. It has a HeatFS shell. It doesn't have any APHE, but it's got a stabilizer. It's got ERA. It's got good speed. So I think it was totally fine in 8.7, where it was matched up with Leopard A1A1. It's matched up with the AMD one now. It's matched up with BMPs. It's matched up with like all the stuff, right? I hope you know what I'm talking about. The STRF 1940 bill. So here's the thing I have with this. I have lots of reasons why this should still be at 9.7 and not at 10.0, where it's now even worse. One, its gun is not fully stabilized. It has a short stabilizer on one plane. Two, when the commander is taken out, he is never replaced. If you lose 2 crew, the commander, you can no longer fire from that commander site. Yes, he's dead. No crew goes to replace him. Not the loader. So there's a driver, the commander, the gunner, and then there's a loader in the back. I would argue that having the commander is more valuable than having the loader on that. So there's a little bit of issue there where you cannot fire from your commander site, which is your main firing point. You don't want to use your gunner site. The Bill's commander site is very useful. 3, it does not have the same rounds as tanks, the other 1940s, 9040s at 10.0. It has a worse round. Only a short stabilizer. The commander doesn't replace, and it doesn't really fit. Right? So, in every other ATGM tank that is top attack, because it doesn't have access to like regular penning missiles like TOW-2As or regular TOW-2s. This just has bills. So you don't have that option of going CQC. I mean, you do, but that's really going to get you killed. The Red Kampfwagen going up to 9.7, I don't agree with. Here's the reason. The Red Kampfwagen is just a Roycat 105 with just a little bit faster, right? And the Roycat 105 is at 8.7 and just got DM23, or DM33, which is what the Red Kampfwagen has. And the Red Kampfwagen is at 9.7 now. I think the Red Kampfwagen should really just have stayed at 9.3. And I won't argue that it should be a 9.0 because a lot of people just cut my head off. The M6A1 going up to 5.0, not a good change. It doesn't fit the armor meta. It's very easy to kill if you're not stupid. Its gun really doesn't match up. ELC BIS going down to 6.0, I agree with that. There's no real explanation of philosophy. So if you know what the ELC BIS is, you'll know it belongs at 6.0, and if you don't, go look at it. The stat count AA going from 1.7 to 2.0, yeah, no. Well, actually, I can agree with this because it is a M13, which is at 1.7, but it has wheels and it's faster and it's better armored. But it has one less crew. No, it doesn't. It's the same amount of crew. So it is a good change. Actually, it's a good. M42s all going to 4.7. Here's why I don't agree with this. I've been killed by M42s at 5.7 consistently. Because if you don't know how to aim them, you're going to do shit. But if you learn how to aim them, and if you take the lead and you take the time to learn the guns, you will do good at them at even 6.0 because they are good SPAAs. Same thing with the ZIS-43 and the ZSC-37. If you take time to learn these SPAAs and not just do shit in them and die a lot and miss, you're going to do good in them. It's just like with the ZSU-57 and the WZ. when you're stock grinding, because the ZSU57 doesn't have HEVT, when you're stock grinding and you've got that HE belt that's free, you use that. You do so good with that if you learn how to aim the guns. And also, the HEVT for the WZ isn't that easy to aim. Yes, sure, it's HEVT shell, but you have to aim, actually. You can't just point and click. You've got to judge the distance and fire. So, M1441 should not be going up to 2.0. It's just a 1.7 Italian. They're not that good. Nobody plays them. Only the best players play them, and that's why the stats are going up. And it's just not a good vehicle. All three of the Stuarts going up. Do I agree with this? Do I not? I don't think I agree with that because they're just fine at 2.0, right? The Panzer 38 TF going up to 2.3 with the Stuarts. No, because it's worse than the Stuarts. And it has the same sort of stabilizer as the Stuarts, but it's just worse. So I don't think it should go up either. Alright, now we're on to air. So, F104G going up to 10.7 along with the other F104G. I don't agree with this. F104s aren't very competitive. They're not very fun. And look, if you look at these guys, I think they only have 2 AIM-9Js or 2 or 4, which isn't really enough for 10.7 when you can just get radar missiled and by a fucking whatever the hell it's called, a Phantom that has 4 radar missiles and then 4 of the AIM-9Js. The Hunter FGA-9 going down 9.3. I've been wanting to see that. That's good change. Lightning F6 going down 9.3. That's good. F86K is going down. That's good. Here, I need to explain. So, the F104D, I won't cover that. It has enough bombs. It's got missiles. It's got a Gatling gun. It's fast. That is the reason why it's going up. That's understandable. Now, the 9.7 to 9.3 for the Hunter F6, it has good guns, but it does not have an afterburner. The Aidens aren't really good, so it has mediocre guns, it has okay missiles, which are AIM-9Es, and it has decent speed, so it really belongs at 9.3. The Hunter the Lightning F6 has never been really good. It's really restricted with 2 Aidens and 2 missiles. It can have it's the fastest jet in the game, but that won't save you. You know, you really won't be able to get many kills. F86K is going down. They do have an afterburner, and they do have 4 guns, 420 mils, and then 2 missiles. But that really isn't, they aren't that good. The Saber Dogs aren't really good. The F2H going up to 8.3. I don't agree with this. I've asked a lot of people. They don't say it's good. They don't say it's very powerful. So I'm going to have to go with their word and say that it shouldn't be moved up. The A28B should not be moved up. The Vampire should not be moved up. They really suit the 7.7, especially with the SU-11 and the SU-9 still being at 7.0 and being better than 8.0 jets. They actually moved them down. The F-89B and the F-89D should not have been moved down. They were the lowest afterburning jets in the game, and they're extremely powerful. Each one has a proxy missiles, which are super powerful, and the other has 620 mils that pen 38 millimeters of pen and are very easy to aim in air RB. So that's great. F-84 moving down. I think that's fine. The HE-162 is moving down. That's fine. The G8N going up, I don't agree with that. It's just a bomber. It's just going to get clapped more now. The FW190s all going down to 5.0. That's fine. You know, the FWs aren't that good, in my opinion. I know a lot of people, what do you mean? The P-38 going down to 4.3 for China in Sim. I think that's alright. I don't see really any issue with that. All the A6Ms have now gone up, you bitch. Now they're just gonna get their shit kicked in by Bearcats and shit, which is fucking great. I love to see it, you know? I love to see my favorite vehicles just butchered to fucking shit. G55 should not be moving up. I don't know. I just don't agree with Italian moves because not a lot of people play Italy, and they aren't inherently good jets or planes. Q67 shouldn't be moving up. It's kind of a bus. It doesn't have a lot of capability in ground. It's really just restricted to air. Sterling going down, that's fine. It's a bomber, you know, haha. Get clapped bomber by some random ass 2.7 fighter. The other Q67 going up, I don't agree with. They have a bomber frame, right? So they're very exposed to fire. All the years going down, they're a bomber, right? They deserve to be usable. They have good bomb loads, so I think I'll make a year video. I missed P-38 Marge. Whatever. P-38L going up to where the Chinese one is, that's fine. What the hell is this fucking Russian? I think that's the Chinese A6M too. So cool. USMC going down, that's fine. FRU-1H pan going up, that's not cool. Oh, actually, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine because it's going to where the original one is. All these bombers are moving up to 8.7, so I don't agree with any of these because the Key-61 should stay. It's a good fighter. It's a good fighter where it's at, right? Good fighter where it's at. Good fighter where it's at. The Key-44 shouldn't move up either. It's a good fighter where it's at. The H-8K2 it's a bomber, right? Yes, it has 20 mils. Yes, it has 208 kilogram, 800 kilogram bombs, but they drop in pairs. So you're just out of bomb load immediately. B-18B, Sweden suffers. That thing's shit. That's from personal experience. I know that vehicle very well. It's very shit. The C205 going up. I don't agree with that. C202s and C205 should stay where they are. They're adequate where they are. FW going down. That's fine. It's not that good. PE3 going down. It's fine. It's a bomber. You know, catches on fire when a 50 cal touches the wingtip. P39 going down. That's fine. JU88 going up. The JU88 is shit. Should not go up. And remember, these are all my personal experience. I have reasons for saying this. If you have any questions, just ask me in the comments. I'll let you know. I'll tell you the whole 4 years of whatever I've experienced and why I think the way I do. BF 110 C7 going down. I think that's fine. I didn't agree with it in my first video. I think it's fine. I think it won't do anything terrible. Because it's it's 110. They're not that. You see a 110 in ground RB and you're like, snack. P39's going down. Why the fuck did they start using commas? Bruh. P39's going down. I think that's all right. XF5F. Okay. P40C. Why did they just start going lowercase? P40C going down. I think that's all right. Bullfighter going down. I think's terrible. Very much warranted move. The BF-109's going down. That's warranted. Here's the thing. C202s. See that? Nope. Don't agree with it. D44 being moved down. Don't agree with it. Or moved up. Don't agree with it. It's a pet peeve. They're moving vehicles that nobody plays, right? Because there's one person out there, and they're doing well with it because they've been playing the game for fucking I don't know how many 10 years because you had to have been playing when the game started to get the C202 for Germany. F4F going up. I think it's not a good change because it's not that strong when it comes to the engine department. P400 going down. I don't agree with that. It's very strong. Germany should. Oh, it's going down. Cool. Good. Going up. Nope. Going up. Nope. Bomber. Get clapped. B17A going down. That's fine. We're almost to the end of this. So here's the thing: the B-17A isn't very strong. The gunner, your one gunner, can't even point to the very back of the aircraft. It points up a little bit, so you can't actually protect yourself very well. FW189A1 going up to 2.3. It has only 2 MG17s. It's not that powerful, like super powerful, right? Yes, it has good engines. Yes, it has good turning mobility, but it's just not super great. So I think it should stay at 2.0. Key 43, no, they're just moving up all these vehicles that don't need to be moved up, because there's a slim majority of people who actually like play these things seriously, and this is what's happening. People are playing these tiny little vehicles that nobody plays, and they're just buffing up and 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 up, right? So, same thing with the Key 45. The thing's not that good. The UH-1B, the UH-1C, the UH-1C XM30, and they're moving down more heli. So I agree with all these because, well, actually no, I don't agree with these two. These two are fine at 9.7, 9.3, I believe, because they have three hot missiles, and they're very maneuverable. Yeah, they should have stayed there. But these other ones, these are moving down. The Gazelles only have 4 missiles, and if you take the 4, you don't get a gun to defend yourself with. Oops, I didn't paste the, hold on, I'll have to edit this. I didn't paste the changes to the belts and stuff. Oops. Okie dokie, we're back. So, other changes. PT-76 fire rate has been changed from, for both PT-76s. So the reload's been buffed from 8.5 to 12. That's a good change. Chi-Nu 2 reload has been nerfed. Not a good change. Cheeto and Cheeto Late reloads have been buffed. That's a good change. Roycat 105. My point earlier about we had Campwagon being just a Roycat with better turning. It's getting DM 5033. The 2 Italian things are getting their reloads massively nerfed, which I don't agree with because Italy suffers heavily. The M8's getting their reload nerfed. Those things are Smurf mobiles. They're fine. They can do for a little nerf. The Su-76 is getting their reloads buffed, but not to 10 seconds. 9.96 seconds messes with my brain a little bit, so I think they should really just put it to 10 seconds, please. 15 centimeter getting its reload buffed, which is very good to see. Now you can do more bonking. You can do 5.4 bonks a minute. CA Lorraine's getting its max reload buffed to 7 seconds, which is very nice to see. Like its max reload getting buffed from 5.7 shots per minute to 7 shots per minute, which is very nice. So that's 7 bonks a minute. So ZSU 57, they didn't add the WZ in. They didn't add the WZ 305 in. Firing time at which dispersion will be increased has been increased. Also, the overall shell dispersion at prolonged firing has been decreased. What do you mean? The WZ is basically the same vehicle. They got to add the WZ in. So that basically they've just really just buffed the fire like dispersion. It's gonna have a real at distance the cluster of shells is going to be really condensed, which is very nice to see. Now, ZSU-37, Fong Kong G-34, regular Fong Kong G-34 have all had the HE shells removed from their AP belts, which is nice to see. And then finally, BMP-2M being moved up to 9.3. Oh, I didn't cover the Puma. I think the Puma move is fine. I really do. You know, I don't really agree with it, but I did cover the Puma move. Whatever. BMP-2M getting a 102 pen AP FSDS belt. So cool. Yeah, so these are all my opinions on all these. Let me know what you think. Yeah, hope you enjoyed, at least a little bit.